Hello YouTube. Let me just make sure my stream's going. Okay. Hello YouTube. This is Ivo. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys around spawn a little bit. A lot of people have questions around spawn. A whole bunch of people actually. There are a few things you'll want to know about spawn. First off, after you leave the tutorial, you will spawn right here on this gold. You can click these. They teleport you to a random place out in the middle of pretty much nowhere. Anyway, Nexus. The Nexus is basically a gateway between every area of the map. You can kind of just go off to one of these points, and within the 4 chunks that this is located in, you cannot be killed. So once you leave out of that, you can be killed. However, remember that those are a very popular PvP area, so be cautious about that. If you do use these, you do have to spend 15 coins, so make sure you have enough. If you fall in here by accident and just want to go back to spawn, find this one right here. It says main spawn, costs 0 coins. It sends you right back to that gold block. Anyway, a lot of people can't find this one. The exchange. This is basically where everybody goes to sell their stuff. In here, there are a lot of NPCs. You can kind of just ignore everything on this side for now. They all have random items that I'm not even sure what they do. These ones, I believe you can enchant items with them. So, yeah. I'm not really sure why they can trade the same item for the same item. I think they're just there for showing off what is what. Anyway, over here's the main thing. This is the wall, like in video 1, where you can actually go up and sell items. Now to do this, all you have to do is make sure you have the items. If you don't, you see that I don't have any guest shards or guest tiers. So it pops up a message here saying you don't have enough items to sell. And yes, I know this actually shows now. I just figured out how to fix it. Anyway, if I do have the right one in my inventory, I don't have to have it held. I can just keep it in my inventory. Once I click it, and this is a left click, not a right click, you'll sell it automatically and gain coins. 3 coins for that thing. You can sell gold ingots. I wouldn't. They give one coin. That's it. You can make weapons with them. Make weapons with them is better, and especially if you can enchant them, because they are the strongest weapons in the entire game. This is the trash. I oftentimes look through the trash just because people throw away weird stuff. There's shovels in here, hose. There's even a bow and arrows. I'm going to go ahead and take the arrows because I'm going to do a dungeon right after this video. These you can't actually click on, but you can go through all the trashes. Alright, over here we have 2 different things. We have the soul fuse box, which is, you can buy these soul fuses. You have to fuse them with these soul catalysts and make crystals. You can also sell end portal frames and burning furnaces. And end portal frames make a lot of money. I'm pretty sure they're all scavenged already though. So, next is the market and the mailbox. Now, the market will allow you to buy anything from any player. And you can simply access this with market. I'm not sure if I showed this yet or not. Create, and then blah blah blah. In fact, if you type in /market create, it'll actually tell you how to do it. Market, create, the price, and then the amount. So say I wanted to sell lapis lazuli, which is not very common. Actually, this is actually very common in the world, but not very common in the market. So I'm going to go ahead and sell a diamond, which again is not very common to find in the market. In fact, if I go in here, actually let me go in here first. If I go in here, and you can see all these random items. There's lots of random items. If you want to find a specific person or a specific item, go ahead and push this. It's going to open up a dialog saying type your search into chat, type cancel to stop. That will glitch often and completely ignore your typing, meaning you're going to start posting on the chat box. And after, I think that was 10 seconds, it cancels your search. Anyway, to go ahead and do it again here, I'm going to type in dia, which pops up anything with dia on it, which is diamonds. As you can see, there are people trying to sell, that's a badge, not a diamond. Let me try to find a diamond. Okay, here's a diamond. Someone's trying to sell 8 diamonds for 100 coins. Now, I don't advise selling diamonds for anything higher than about 5 or 10 coins, possibly, for a whole stack. There are too many people with too much access to diamonds, and you don't need them to repair your items. So, go ahead and try to sell those for as low as you can, maybe about 5 or 10 coins for a stack. Don't try to do like this one. And earlier I saw one on here, yeah, 500 coins for 7 diamonds. They are not that rare. You can find them pretty easily. Last night someone was trying to sell 3 diamonds for 200 coins. So yeah, don't mix up into that, because the market does have a 5% tax rate. I believe it might go up in the future. You might have to check on the forums on that. Kainzo said that it's supposed to be around 30%, but I just see 5%. Alright, next point is mailbox. This is all the items that you are selling in the market currently. You can click on this to retrieve it. I'm not going to go ahead and retrieve these. Actually, I might retrieve these. Yeah, you can go ahead and click on them to retrieve them. They stack if you have the items in here as well. And to sell an item on here, all we do is we go, I'm going to go ahead and grab this whole stack. I'm going to go ahead, ooh, look, free. Yes, people commonly drop random things around here, so make sure to look on the floor and the corners and such. People drop stuff all the time. Now, I'm not really sure how much these knowledge crystals sell for, so I'm just going to go ahead and half the number. I'm going to go ahead and sell these 14 for 7. If you don't want to retype /market, you can always just push the up arrow until you find your last entry for market. If it was 100 things away, you might just want to go ahead and type in market. Market create, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the menu again. So the price, I'm going to list it for 7, and I'm going to list 14 of the items. They will automatically be taken out of your slot right here, and you will automatically be charged a fee of blank amount of coins. Now, like I said, I believe this is 5%. If we actually look at my money, you actually have to have money on your account in order to actually use the market first. Otherwise, if you don't have enough money, it just won't do anything. I kind of don't want to try to experiment and put an item for 50,000. I'm not sure if it'll take all my money or what. And I'm not sure if there's a cap. I think there is a cap. Let me go ahead and try it. So, /market, not money, market. I'm going to go ahead and try 500,000 and 1. You can't, alright, you can't pay the fee for this listing. So I'm not sure what the cap is, but I think it's like 9 million or something. Anyway, when you can't pay for it, it will tell you can't pay for it and it won't post it. So, things to sell and things not to sell on the market. Like I said, lapis lazuli is pretty much worthless. Arrows are pretty much worthless, as for I have this spell, which I can just summon in more arrows. Soul catalysts, I've seen them on market for as high as about twice the number. If we type in soul, we can see 7 coins, 64 coins, 67 coins, And I might add one more thing here. The further to the top these items are, the cheaper they are. The further to the back, the more expensive they are. Just make sure you know that. These locked crates of loot. I see people commonly just drop these around on the floor. They can sell. They actually sell really well, especially if you sell it for 1 coin per unit. I like to sell them for about half a coin per unit because they sell within a few hours. Redstone is very easy to find. Don't even try to sell it. I already went over Soul Catalyst. The other thing is items. If you find items in the dungeons, you can sell them. This item's actually very common. You can't sell it for a whole lot. I think there are some on here. Let me type in Tok. T-O-K. And there is one on here for 15 coins. There are 2 on here actually. As you can see, of the late blue, it says 1 of 2. There are actually 2 items. If I bought this one, it would still be here because there's a second one on the list by the same person. And a lot of loot crates because they can pop up anything, really. Anyway, like I said, you can sell these. I would sell them for under the easy to find ones, under 15 coins. They don't sell very well. However, if you find a weapon like this, like the Unbreaking 5 I have here, I've used this on, I think, probably 8 dungeon runs now, and it's still not broken. This kind of weapon you can probably sell for over 100 coins. This is a good item to sell. Also is this one that I have not used yet. In fact, in the next video, I'm going to go ahead and try to use this one, see how much damage it can do, see if I can kill T1 enemies in one shot. Alright, now we go outside of the exchange. The other rooms in the corners here are kind of just filler at the moment. There is one room over here, not that one, this one over here, that does have a few extra things like beds for some reason, not sure why they added those. An enchanting table that you can actually use. Cauldrons for getting items, for getting water. And I thought that was, And brewing stands. Now I can't use the brewing stand because I'm not an alchemist, so it kind of locks it to me. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the top spawn here. This big purple thing here, that big purple thing there is the dungeon. That teleports you directly to the T1 dungeon, and we will go through that at the end of the video. Basically, the T1 dungeon is levels 1 through 9. If you are level 1, 2, or 3, I would suggest going in with a small party, because a level 1 player will have a very hard time alone in there. Also, make sure you know what weapon you're supposed to be equipped. Don't worry about armor, you really don't need it in there in the early parts, but just don't get surrounded by enemies because there are a lot of spawn points and there are a lot of enemies. Anyway, furthermore into spawn, out here there's really not a whole lot. This, I'm not sure what it's supposed to be. It's like a small village thing around the spawn, I guess. This might be part of the market, I am not really sure. Anyway, the market, or not market, the trade shop, the trade center? I should have a sign down here. The trade district. The trade district is a place that you can go and rent one of these homes from one of the admins and actually use it as a shop. It's a completely secure shop. You really don't have to do a whole lot as far as protecting yourself from getting killed, like out in the outside. Someone turned this into a guild hall, I guess. Anyway, you can go ahead and start putting chest shops in here That way people who come over here actually can just go ahead and buy stuff out of the chest shops. Now I would LWC your chests here because, like you just saw, I can open all the chests. However, make sure you know the rent is a little high, but from what it looks like is you rent it for 7 days. So 150 coins for 7 days is only, what, 15 coins a day or something? So yeah, that's actually pretty decent, seeing as most towns probably have over 15 coins a day for rent. Now, the bigger houses have higher values. I have seen up to about 500 coins a week. So yeah, it does seem like there are a few more shops in here than I've seen in the past. Anvils you cannot use. They're completely restricted to everybody. This person didn't like to lock his stuff, I guess. Now, there are a few constructs that you can build based on certain professions. I'm not really sure what they all are. This looks like it could be one of them. You might want to go ahead and go check out the professions list at the wiki to figure that one out. Anyway, there are a bunch of different little shops here. Go ahead and explore this area. I don't really see a whole lot of traffic through this area. It would be nice if we had a lot more traffic. What would also be nice, which I have posted this to the forums, is if the market way up there moved down here somewhere, maybe in a back alley or something, would be awesome, because you'd actually have to find the market, or rename it Black Market, in order to actually sell stuff or buy stuff from random people. It would also liven up the trade district a lot. So yeah, I found this the other day. I'm not sure if he's actually renting it or not right now. It seems like he has an LWC'd. Let's see. This is the north side gate. North side of spawn. He has quite a few items, looks like he's selling. Not really sure what these potions do. He could probably have posted right next to it what it does. A lot of the potions are messed up like that, as you should know. Anyway, there is one other place outside of spawn that is a little interesting. Not really sure what it is entirely. It looks like you could buy a plot down here and store stuff in that plot. Then again, this is also considered within spawn, so you could make this into a shop if you wanted. Probably a little cheaper. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Nope, it doesn't look like it's cheaper. That's a 5,000 coin plot. So, but is that 5,000 coins permanent? I'm not sure. You're going to have to go ahead and ask someone about these plots. That might be a player selling their plot there, or it could be the admin. I'm not sure. So yeah, there is actually one other place that we can show. Let me just check a hold on this timer. Yep, wrong thing. We are at 18 minutes. There is one other thing I could show off here. I don't really want to go too far away from spawn because I have all my items on right now. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to go through here to find it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to jump this. Like I said in another video, I cannot actually edit it. I cannot edit this out. My editor doesn't want to work for more than 1 second. So kind of bear with me here. I should still be within the spawn protection area. But there we go. Alright, so if you do go over here, down the west side, I believe this is west, yep. If you do go down the west side ramp, it should end pretty soon, the bridge. Anyway, if you keep going down this way, you will eventually find another H logo. I believe it ends directly into a C though. This lag's probably going to lag the, or not lag, this rain's probably going to lag the video a tad bit. As you can see, somebody's standing there. Anyway, if you keep going this way, you will eventually find a bunch of netherrack actually. In that netherrack there is a few towers. I might show them off in a later video so you guys know exactly what it is. Basically, it is the nether portal. You cannot spawn in a nether portal on your own. You have to actually go over there and find it. So, as for anything else on this video, I think this is pretty much it. So, have a nice day, and thank you for watching.